Hello everyone! We're back once again with the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. We're starting the new year with the Case 2 of game number 2. Hope you're all ready. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. We'll do a good old continue. And let's begin. Save data? Yes. Angel Love, you're here, and Mafia Babe's here. What's up? Welcome back to the courtroom. How you doing today? It's good to see you two here. Phew, that was a close one. If you guys forgot, Maya's the suspect here. She was accused of killing Professor Gray. She was possessed by like a spirit of someone, and there's a lot of shenanigans going on. Finished playing a game? What did you play? That was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. But you were so wonderful out there. Oh yeah, there's little Pearl here too. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Thanks. Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sis's ghost will come after you and haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Escape Academy. Never heard of it. Is it good? I'm glad you're good as well, Angel Love. Good to see you, too. Yeah, do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. You loved it? That's good. Alright, here we go, guys. We're back. It's a puzzle game, so chances are I would not like it. Court will now reconvene. Now for the first order of... Ow! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Oh yeah, then there's Franziska von Karma. Miss Whippy Whip Girl. I should play it? No thank you. I'm good. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know? Yowza! Name and occupation. I declare, what in tarnation? Hey, Judge, this here is a violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine? That ain't fine, that's a whip. Yeah. There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. You could help. I think I'm good. I don't wanna force you all to help me with the game I'm gonna be terrible at. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. No, let's all be one big happy family, okay? In the meantime, let's play this game, eh? Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim, the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear other than those two, there was no one else in the room. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Reckon course. Excuse me? Reckon course. It's short for, you reckon? Of course I did. Ah! Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. The moment of truth. What will be in that picture? Let's see here. This here's the picture. Uh-oh. It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. That might be trouble, right? Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. And Mafia Babe, you're first. You did it! Woo! Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. Was it really only those two that went in? What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? Irk. Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two who went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client. Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. We were waiting outside the door and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Irk. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we here listening to the defense testify? And the world becomes just a little crueler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know, and I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. Hey, number 13th. You're just in time for this game. How you doing today? It's good to see ya. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down? Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down. Sorry. Why does this feel like an inquisition? No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man. Oh, really? There's something I would have liked to see. That's something. The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you see once you broke in? Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I'm doing quite well. I'm playing this game again, so I'm very happy. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lotta seems awfully confident in her testimony. Lotta, please, think back to that day one more time. What you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? Good to hear. Yeah. I was murdered. Click. Lotta, at a time like this, times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? When you saw the murderer at the time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not, am I correct? Well, you see. Order, Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony. Yeah, sorry. Good. It's just things back to my side. Oh, excuse me. What am I allergic to this time, guys? For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Thank you, 13th. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered? One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. A person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. Exactly. Rats, I'm trapped like one. Again. I swear other than those two, there was no one else in that room. Hey Mick! Welcome to the stream as well. How you doing? Oh, you're lurking through number 13th? I gotcha. Hope you're doing good. You absolutely certain of that? Sure am. But the old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? But there was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about... behind the folding screen? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Rec given. Huh? What in the... Rec given, you know, you reckon? That's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What? You got a problem? Rec given. I mean, I am having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying such things as reckon given... Ah! Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you? I thought there is nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Enough. It seems that there were no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Better save then, just in case. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? I don't know. I don't think I can. I don't remember, to be honest. What is the right answer here? Let's just see what happens if I do no. Well, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hey, what's up? Dark mode reactivated, returning to stream. Yes, you're back. Welcome to the second stream of the new year with the Phoenix Wrights. What's up? You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally, 100% impossible. Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I cannot protect Maya. The defense? The defense? Phoenix. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Mia! Mia's here! I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But Pearls! Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully, one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember that what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray! Click! I was murdered. What? Click! Lotta, at a time like this, times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. You see, there's one final piece to this puzzle. Mia? Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period. Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated— Oh! It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what's better than this for you to see? And what a better time than this for you to see that? But, I mean, I have someplace I must go after this. All right, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. Wonder how many times she's whipped the judge by now. If this were a normal court, I wonder how in trouble she'd be. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was, kinda scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. There is one thing. Right here. 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where is the other picture you have been withholding? Ho ho. No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Von Karma! Yeah, that's Von Karma for you. Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence? Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father. Let's leave it to the judge. Arg, I'm so mad that even my throat's clenching up. I better let the judge handle this. Dun dun dun, I know, right? Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important, and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. How can you think? The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. Alright, what's the second one gonna look like? Oh. That doesn't look like Maya's face to me. What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. What is the meaning of this? This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person is not Maya? I'm gonna insist. Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. It's not just her face, her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn, then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Even the judge knows. Order! Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it. You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. She's smiling? I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright. But Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that? Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. Huh? This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitors room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? She looks this way because she's obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. It's unbelievable that she can... Yet, it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Wouldn't that be cool if we could do that in real life? Or if someone could do that in real life? Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Mia? Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she? From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. I don't have even a single witty line. It looks like we've been had. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey? If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there any way I can prove that this person is not Maya? Save it just in case. Your Honor, Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction? So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture, then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange in this picture? Do you guys see anything strange? Besides the bigger she has a sleeve. Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there? Ah! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Arrgh, she's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Yeah, you see, Mafia babe? Tisk tisk, jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? And what incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed this bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. I see. She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this in one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor, there's only one logical explanation for this contradiction. Picture's a fake, bullet hole was made later. The shooter is someone else! The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? Order, order, order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Oh! Ah! Why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness. Ah! What the heck? Is that any way to ask a dead gal a favor? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said there was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... Wah! I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even me is calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? That's right, Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left the room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true... Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... Third person, Mia had left the room, something I can't explain yet. Let's try this one, just to see if it works. I'm sorry, but I simply can't. You see? And the reason is quite simple, because there's no explanation, that's why. As I thought, another big waste of this court's time. Phoenix, you can't just give up like that. But Mia, rethink things one more time, there has to be an explanation. I'm already perfect, so of course, my conclusions are also perfect. Grr, alright, Phoenix. Third person entered it, Maya had left the room. Try this. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving that crime scene is lower than that detective's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of arrest the defendant had left the room. What do you think, guys? What's the key answer for this? Oh, the actual key. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, it looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is the key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Ah, well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous! This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No! It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I've never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10. That is all. Court is adjourned. Woo! Crazy stuff, huh? Wow! That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Nick, I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into the room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened in that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you. I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. Alright, Pearls, you ready to go buy some tickets? Huh? A ticket? Poor thing. So sheltered. Hey, Boo! Welcome back to the stream. Alright, you're back, Captain Chips. What's up? How you doing? We just finished the first court thingy. And now we've entered day 2. But welcome back, everyone! Thank you very much for bringing me home, Mr. Nick. You're welcome. I had to come and look into a few things here today anyway. I thought about this a little. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man, she definitely didn't. Yes, of course. But if she didn't, then someone else did, right? That murderer person. Yes, Pearls. Oh, I see. I wonder what's wrong. She seems sad. Had to clean something, so Mia came back, helped out, now we got a delay of game, so to speak. Yep. What game is this? Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All. The second Ace Attorney game. And we're in the second case right now. And we're gonna talk to Pearls for a bit. So, what did you think of seeing your first trial? I was really surprised. I had never seen so many people before. Oh. And Mystic Maya looks so small and helpless. Well, Maya's already naturally short, so... And then, that snobby woman with the ruffly clothes. Ruffly? Oh, she means Franziska. She had such a bad attitude. She acted like she had already decided that Mystic Maya did it. I'm going to tell her what I think of her tomorrow. I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world. Why is that woman bullying Mystic Maya? Well, she's the opposite of a lawyer, a prosecutor. So her job is to prove people guilty. They don't care if someone's innocent. All they care about is if they win. That's terrible. But she's really good. She's a really good prosecutor with a heart on the inside, right? There's no one like that. All prosecutors are the same. Well, he might have become a good guy eventually. He? Who are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Is it that person Mystic Maya was talking about? Mr. Edgeworth? That was a long time ago. He's not around anymore. Huh? He clutched onto his foolish pride too fiercely, and died for it. Oh, that's too bad. Died for it? What? By the way, yes, what is it? You wouldn't happen to know anything about who the murderer is, would you? Why are you asking me? No, I was just thinking earlier. I didn't see anything. She didn't see anything, huh? Speaking of that, during the murder, where was Pearls and what was she doing? And on top of that, this key, just when did she pick this up? BRB, alrighty, hey boo. Why she's sad? I don't know, we're gonna figure out why she's sad in a second. I just realized that I never asked you what you were doing at the time of the crime. Pearls, where were you and what were you doing when the murder happened? Ah! What I was doing? I wasn't doing anything. She's really bad at lying. You can whisper it to me. I won't tell anyone else. I promise. Oh! Uh-oh. Oh no. 2 locks. Ah! I guess you can see through my lie, huh? Yeah, clearly. I can't lie to you, can I, Mr. Nick? Yep. Can't really do much with Pearls right now, can we? It's really empty. Training was supposed to be held today, but I guess it's already over. Nothing to do here. Anything new in the channeling chamber? Looks like Morgan's here too, but she hasn't noticed me yet. What is she doing? Looks like she's talking to a picture. Huh. Don't you see? Take a look around. Finally, my chance has come. I've waited for this day for so long. That's right. Prepare yourself, dear Misty. What in the... Who's there? Oh, if it isn't Mr. Wright. Just curious, but that picture you were looking at... Oh, today was that event, was it not? Good sir, I heard you did well. Huh? Oh, yes, thank you. I am terribly sorry I cannot attend the trial today. Please accept my apology. I had a previous engagement and I had to watch over the trainees' training today. I get the sense she really doesn't want to talk about the picture. All because the master can't be here with us, you understand? And that is why a lowly branch family member such as myself Must do this. That was kind of a weird thing that happened there, but whatever. Have you remembered anything about the murder? No, I told you everything I know already. Were you in this room the whole time Lotta and I went to call the police? Yes, of course. I was by Mystic Maya's side the entire time. I performed the spirit severing technique and held her in my arms afterward. You said that yesterday as well. Did anything else happen? I would like to say more did. However, that is all that occurred. I was really hoping for some new info. I suppose nothing happened in the end, good sir. Sorry to have played on your hopes. Could you possibly more patronizing? So do the students train every day? Yes, absolutely. They were given a day off the day after the murder, of course, however, and I assume both Maya and Pearls went through this training. Mr. Wright! Heck, yes. Wow, she got real scary, real fast. How many times must I tell you before you understand, good sir? They are to be addressed as Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Sorry, I meant Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Wait, I'm sorry, but Mystic Pearl? Isn't that going a bit too far? Next question, please. Oh man, she's really being a pain in the butt about this. Please remember to watch not only what you say, but how you say it, good sir. So the master is, Maya's mother, right? Mystic Misty. She is a brilliant medium. And where is she now? We are not sure. Not sure? About 16 or 17 years ago, Mystic Misty failed at channeling a certain spirit, and after that, she simply disappeared. I don't believe she will return to this village in any case, and in 4 years' time, her name will be forever erased from this village. Erased? A person who has been away from the village for over 20 years is considered dead. Oh, I see. And that is 4 years from now for her. When that happens, a new master will be appointed to Karain village, and Mystic Maya was supposed to become the next master. However, with this, murder, I'm afraid. I must be imagining things. I thought she was laughing to herself for a second there. Very strange. Very strange, that. Hello, Fey Manor Winding Way. Looks like there's no one here. And even though the weather is gorgeous today, it's raining inside of my heart. Wonder if I can examine certain things. It's a really old urn. There are ashes of a person long dead inside. Like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. You feel like the mistress has a conflict of interest going on here? Maybe. Maybe not, maybe. We'll have to see. The bedding is all laid out today, too. Guess I'll leave them alone for now. Whoops. Can I not examine this thing again? I keep wondering about this box. I'm sure this wasn't here before the murder took place. It looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folding pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. Okay, just a normal box. You feel like she has something to do with this stuff? Maybe. Try presenting the key. Hey, you. Look at the key. This? This is the key to this room. That's right. But why do you have it, good sir? That I'm not telling. Return it at once. I can't. It's evidence, after all. I think she knows exactly how important this key is to this murder. But what is this feeling I'm getting from her? It feels... I can't describe it. It's nothing. This is Mystic Maya's costume, isn't it? It's a shame. I never thought anything like that would happen to her. But we don't know that it was Maya that did it. Oh, poor Mystic Maya. Do you ever listen to anyone other than yourself? She listens to Pearls, I bet. That is Mystic Maya before I applied the spirit severing technique. This picture, it was taken without my express permission. I knew allowing a person like her from the Heartland into our country was a bad idea. You do realize that the Heartland is part of this country, right? Yeah, we haven't seen anyone with these eyes yet, by the way, guys. So who knows who the killer is at this point? Who flippin' knows? Alright, can I do anything else in these areas now that I showed some things. Nope. A woman like that would never listen to her own daughter. Really? Hi, Pearls. How you doing? I'm going to the detention center. Bye. Maya must still be in questioning. She'll probably be done in a little bit, so I'll come back later. This case has had me out of the office most of the time. I can come back tomorrow. Helping Maya should be my top priority. Alright, so we're obviously missing something. Let's present things to people! Woo! Whoops. Gosh darn it. That's Mystic Maya's! Ack, I shouldn't have shown her something this violent. Is that blood? It's nothing, really. Just forget you ever saw this, okay? What was I thinking? I can't show this stuff to a child. I've seen this knife before. Really? Where? My kitchen. Oh, that's right. This knife belongs to the Fays. I'll skin and cut up some apples for you later, Mr. Nick. Okay, thanks. So she doesn't know about guns. Nope. The key. About this key, Pearls. You found it on the day of the murder, right? Yes. Now, where you found this key is very important. So, please tell me, Pearls, where did you find this? I found it in the incinerator. The incinerator? Is she talking about the one in the garden? The door on it was a little open, so I took a peek. When was that? It was after the channeling, when everyone was in a panic. Mr. Nick? Yes? Are you going to tell my mother? Huh? You mean tell Morgan what you did? Yes, if she finds out that I was playing in the leftover trash, I'll get a spanking. Ah, well, gotcha. Let's keep it a secret from her then, alright? The incinerator, huh? Sounds like a good place to search next. Yeah, no, in the incinerator? Weird. Alright, here we go. Hey, there's someone by the incinerator. Oh, it looks like they've noticed me, and now they're running in top speed toward me. Oh, hey, Huff Huff. Like, Huff Huff, you're that dentist guy. Actually, it's Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nice to see you again. Oh, like, real suave. So, it's, like, my turn. It's nice to see you, too. So, what's up? You're all out of breath. Like, huh? Oh, like, you mean, like, I'm just totally happy and, like, totally excited to be here. Excited? Like, I mean, there are so many things to, like, see. It's, like, the real deal here. Oh, really? For example? For example, like, that urn over there. Do you, like, know about it? All I see is an old cracked piece of pottery. There we go. You forgot she says like a lot. Suspicious French Valley girl. Alright. Didn't some of you say that she's the big one? Eeny Miny is the one? We'll see, huh? That's right. Pearl said she found this key inside the incinerator. I guess I should take a look inside for myself. This is from Maya's costume. There's blood on it. A tiny bit, but still. Ha ha ha. Oh. Alright, let's talk to Eeny. Is there some sort of legend connected with that urn? I am, it says. Cool. Like, yeah, it's like this village's treasure. Huh? Didn't know that. And, like, it's sealed inside that urn. What are you talking about? Like, you know, an Amy Faye's spirit. Amy Faye? Or Ami? How would you say this name? Ami Faye? Who's that? Like, geez, Mr. Smith, get with the program. Everyone knows the lady that founded the Karain channeling technique was Mystic Ami. You don't have to get upset with me. So, like, as long as her spirit, like, lives in that urn, the spiritual power of the Faye family will stick around. Like, isn't that totally romantic? Romantic, huh? If that urn is really as important as she says, it could be a vital clue. Eeny, I want to ask you about the murder. Murder? Dr. Gray's, remember? As if there's another one. Oh, that one. Ame, I think, Ami, but clearly that says I am. Like, you should have said so in the first place. So, like, I totally don't know anything because I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Well, that's not much help. Did you notice anything at all? Like, come on, what a total bore. I, like, totally have nothing to do with this, like, murder thing. Oh yeah, you only introduced to Dr. Gray to Karain. No relation, sure. Even if you were only acquaintances, that still means you knew him. Furthermore, your sister, who died in that accident, was a nurse at his clinic. Alright then, why don't you tell me about your sister's fatal accident? Like, why? You think, like, it's got something to, like, do with the murder? I don't know yet, but I'm trying to chase down every lead I can. Oh! Oh no. Oh, not again. Cyclox? Like, what is it? Looks like I'm going to need something to pry our mouth open on this one. Well, fudge. So, there's a spirit in this urn, huh? All I can see are a bunch of cracks. But I guess maybe the spirit could live in a place between the cracks. Looks like something's written on it. I am. Huh? Weird. Ha ha ha, that's weird. A splendid garden with a small lamp and traditional decorations. It's a bit small to walk around in. Although, that incinerator piques my curiosity. Yeah, we saw it. Is there anything in here now? Still no. Are we done here? Looks like we are. This is gonna be a lot of me just going from place to place to place, guys. Move. Can we go to the detention center yet? Yes, we can! Hey, Nick, I've been waiting. She looks so helpless. So, how was it? What did you find out? Well, I found a few things. Is it so bad that you can't even look at me in the eye? I just need a little more time. It'll all come together by tomorrow, I promise. I'm sorry, Nick. Every time I see you, all I do is cause trouble. Kinda. So how was it? Today's trial, I mean. You were fantastic, Nick. Every time I thought our goose was cooked, you managed to turn it all around. I bet it wouldn't even make a great Hollywood movie. Don't be silly. You have to concentrate on the trial. We're going to win this, Maya. Thanks a lot. Really. Hey, Nick. The person who shot Dr. Gray wasn't me, was it? Of course not. You're completely innocent. If that were true, then I'd be really happy, but there wasn't anyone else in that room with the two of us, right? Well, did you check behind the folding screen? I took a quick glance, but there wasn't anyone there. That's exactly what Lotta said, too. Nick? Yeah? Why do you believe in me? Why do you think I didn't kill Dr. Gray? Because of something Mia told me. My sis? What did she tell you? She said that spirit mediums can't have dreams. When you're channeling, it's impossible for you to dream because your soul leaves you. Now that you mention it, wait, then I really am? You are not the real murderer. I think that maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged. Drugged? I think this was planned from the very beginning, and you were set up to take the blame for killing Dr. Gray. That's... I want to ask you something about Pearls. Pearly? What about her? No matter what I try, she won't answer me. I want to know what she was doing at the time of the murder. Huh? Wait, Nick, you don't think she did it, do you? No, nothing like that. She'd never do anything like that, you hear me? Never. She's a great kid, and really cute, and really great and cute. I didn't really think she was the murderer, but she's definitely hiding something. You were with her on that day, right? Yeah, the two of us, we were playing with her ball. A ball? Huh? Sounds like a dead end to me. So, about this ball, it's nothing really special, just a plain old ball. I think she was still playing with it when I started the channeling job that day. Pearly really loves to play with that ball. She loves to play with that ball, huh? When she wants to get it, she always climbs right into the clothing box. The clothing box? Yeah. Pearly's always hiding in there. You know that side room? There's a clothing box in there. It's really big, so once you see it, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. The clothing box in the side room, huh? Oh, I read that already. Alright, guys. Got some more clues. Ah! Ah! Hey, wait, please, Lotta! She ran off into the manor. Alright. Lotta? Back! Hey, I'm telling you, quit following me, you hear? I'm a worthless piece of trash. You lay eyes on me and they'll turn to dust. The game is a mild case of parrot exposition. What does that mean? Oh, hi. You didn't happen to see a crazy lady, did you, Eenie? I'm pretty sure I saw Lotta run in this direction, but it doesn't look like she's here. Oh, wait a minute. I see something. Oh, do you see what it says? Whoops. It says Steel Samurai. This is an important piece of dialogue. An important piece of dialogue? Oh, I gotcha. It's Pearl's ball. Pearl's ball? Maya said that it's always kept in the clothing box. So then, what is it doing on the floor? It's the clothing box where Pearl's ball is usually kept. Wonder what's inside. Ah! Why? What were you doing in there? What were you thinking? I'm a bad person, just another piece of human trash. I needed a hole to crawl into. So you crawled into this clothing box because there wasn't a hole to crawl into? Oh man. Huh? There's a small hole in this clothing box. And it's about 8 inches off the ground. That's the same height as the hole in the folding screen. Then could this... It's the clothing box where Pearls kept her ball. I thought I felt my soul take off for a sec when Lotta jumped out at me. So it's big enough to fit a grown adult. Well, if she can be called an adult. Well, guys. That's a little important, huh? Oh, Mr. Nick, that person ran by here just now. What person? You know, the person with the fluffy cotton candy hair. Ah, she means Lotta. She said, don't look at me with them eyes. But I'm not that scary, am I? I don't think that's quite what she meant. Oh, that's right. She also wanted me to tell you. Going on a trip to find myself, so don't you bother finding me. Oh, well, thanks. You're welcome. It might be time, guys. Maybe it might be time. Pearl's alibi. Pearl, you have to tell me what you were doing when the murder happened, okay? But what if I can't just tell you what happened? Then I'll guess what happened. How does that sound? What? You can do that? You'll tell me if I guess something right, won't you? Yes. Now, when the murder was taking place, you were here, right? You were in the channeling chamber, murdering Dr. Gray. No, I think you were here. You were here, weren't you, Pearls, in the winding way? Wow, you got it. So, do you think you can tell me how? I'm sorry, not yet. Man, oh man. Alright, what next? Okay, I think I know what you were doing there. Do you really know that much? Well, I am a lawyer, you know. Now, what was it Pearls was doing in the winding way? I'm gonna say probably with the ball. You were playing with this ball, right? Ah, that's right. How did you know? Maya told me that you love to play with your ball. Yeah, I was playing with my ball. Uh-huh. And then? Something happened, huh? Something really bad? Gulp. What do you mean something? Nothing happened. This is it. While you were playing with your ball, this happened. What do you think, guys? What do you think happened? Maybe something involving the urn? This urn, it's a village treasure, right? And the spirit of the founder of the Karain technique is sealed in here, isn't it? Yes. What's this? It's cracked all over, isn't it? There's even a few gaps here and there. You were right. You were right. Please don't tease me. Pearl, you broke the sacred urn, didn't you? The ball smacked into it and knocked it over, right? And if Morgan found out, she'd get really mad, huh? She doesn't seem to be fighting back. I think I hit the bullseye this time. But it's strange that the lock hasn't broken yet. It's a really old urn, isn't it? I guess. It's so old, so it's not that weird to have a few cracks. Her voice is shaking. How can you tell that urn has been broken? Well... How about, see that name there, Amy? Who started the Karain channeling technique? Huh? Oh, it was Mystic Ami. That's right. And how do you spell her name, do you know? How do I spell her name? I don't know. It's spelled A-M-I. Gasp! I thought it was a little odd when I saw I am written on this urn. And that's how I knew that someone must have broken this urn and made a mistake in spelling when they put it back together again. Woo! That's the end of that. Around when Mystic Maya started the channeling on that day, I was playing in the Winding Way with my ball, and that's when you broke the urn? Yes, I broke it. I accidentally let Mystic Omni's spirit fly away. Don't worry, Morgan will never know, okay? I'm a bad child. Breaking a village treasure is unforgivable. I thought that maybe they would make me leave the village, but the broken pieces were pretty big, so... You thought you could put them back together and no one would notice? Yes. I found some glue and brought it to the hallway and fixed the urn there. The hallway? You mean Winding Way? Yes. Aw, poor Pearls. The channeling had already started, so I didn't think anyone would walk by. I see. So, about how long did it take you? Must have been a nasty repair job. Yes, I might be strong at spiritual things, but when it comes to arts and crafts, I am not nearly as skilled. When I had finished fixing the urn and looked up, I saw you coming into the manor. So that's around when Lotta and I were coming back inside after reporting the murder. When I saw that, I packed everything up in a hurry. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pearls? I'm going to get banished, aren't I? I really don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I bet Mystic Ami's happy to be free from that cramped urn. Yeah, I hope so. No harm done, and a happy resolution. Phew! Alright. Good stuff, guys. Now let's get the flip out of here. Well, I think I found out everything I can, but I can't see how it all adds up. And is Eenie Miney just here, being here just a coincidence? Hey, mister! How is it that the spirit Dr. Gray wanted to call just happened to be that nurse? And the nurse turned out to be Enie's sister. It's too convenient. Hey, Phoenix, I'm talking to you. I wish I knew a little more about Eenie, but... Where am I gonna find info like that? Oh, I get it. You can't be bothered to look over at trash like me. Is that it, Mr. High and Mighty? Ah! Lotta! Oh, so you finally noticed. I thought I heard a mosquito buzzing in my ear, although I couldn't understand a word. Well, I gotta hand it to you. You sure know how to chase down garbage. I mean, I'm grateful for you for chasing this large lump of one around like this. Thanks? But, you know, you're just wasting your time. I'll be fine on my own. What are you going on about? And as for following or chasing or whatever it is, isn't that what you're doing? Well, you see... Well, you're not exactly a real gentleman with the lady's heart, are ya? You're not exactly the world's #1 charmer either, sister. Look, I'm really dang sorry about today. When I get all fired up about something, it's impossible to stop me. You hurt Maya really badly, Lotta. I don't suppose you could forgive a gal like me. Yeah, I'll forgive her. Well, I guess I can. You did help Maya out too, after all. For real? Yeah, for real. Ah, thank goodness. I'm still? What? No, nothing at all. Just talking to myself, you know? Gibberish. Now then, lot of heart at your service. I'll share with you all the dirt I've dug up. Thanks. Hey, don't be all surprised. Tell you what, I'll even give you all the info for free. Lotta not taking money? Now I know this one's an alien clone. If Maya is not the real murderer, then who do you think it is, Lotta? Well, heck, ain't it obvious? It's that occult freak. You mean Eenie Miney? Well, there ain't anyone else it could be, right? That Granny, you and me, we were all together that whole time. So, Lotta suspects Eenie, which means she might have already found some info about her mysterious Eenie. Yeah, talk to me about Eenie. That's Eenie Miney, right? Yeah, I was wondering if you know anything about this girl. You know, actually, I did a little checking up on her the other day. Her sister, she's the one that Dr. Gray wanted to call back from the spirit world. Yeah, I had heard as much. I had also heard that Eenie was the one who introduced Dr. Gray to Karain Village. You don't say, that's one sneaky gal if you ask me. Hey, you want me to tell you more about her? Alright, more about Eenie. Finally. Speaking of Eenie, do you have any other information about her? Sure. Well, what is it? Ha ha ha. It'll cost you a lot. Oh, silly me, I already thought free meant no money necessary. That girl was hospitalized about half a year ago. Hospitalized? But why? Well, heck, you can go find out on your own. Huh? Here, I'll give you the clinic's address. Maybe you can find out something. Maybe? What's that supposed to mean? Well, see, actually, it was gonna be annoying, I reckon, so I didn't actually go there. Arg. Well, that's the way the gumbo spoils, right? Spoiled gumbo sounds ew. I mean, look, don't blame this on... Oh, never mind. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Better go check out this Hottie Clinic. Hottie Clinic, huh? What a name that is. Look at that guy there walking around and two people there. So, this is where Eenie was hospitalized. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? Yes. Are you a doctor here? Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, ack. I didn't think I'd be speaking with the director himself. Yes, so what can I help you with? I'd like to ask you a few questions about Miss Eenie Miney. Miss Miney? Miss Eenie Miney? Yes. Oh, her. It's too bad. I'll tell you something. That girl left here a long time ago. Here you are, sir. You know you shouldn't be up and about. Come on, it's back to your room with you. Sweetums, calm down. Don't be so harsh to an old man like me. Don't you dare start that Sweetums thing with me. If you don't behave, you'll get yourself tossed out of this hospital. Wow, I didn't think nurses could be this direct or forceful toward their boss. Come now. Be a good boy and give me the director's white lab coat. Oh, okay, I got it. Yes. Frankenstein's a long way from home. Yeah, Frankenstein with the weird purple hair. Yes, Don't yes me. Who in the world are you? I'm Director Hottie. Ho ho. The nurse went off somewhere. Oh, the inhumanity. Only person I can talk to is this guy. Well, here we go. So, what exactly do you treat at this clinic? Yes, we treat all sorts of doctory clinical stuff. Yes. Doctory? Clinical stuff? Well, I don't exactly know or particularly care about the details. Ho ho. Yes, what does that look for? Yes, there's a really big general hospital around the corner. Yes. When they can't accommodate everyone, they move some of their patients here. You do surgeries here, right? Yes, we do some plastic surgery here, it seems. It seems? Yes, it seems that way. I don't know, guys. If I went to this hospital, I don't know if I would stay. What do you know about Miss Eenie Miney? Now you're talking. Yes, that girl. She was transferred from the general hospital. From the general hospital? To here? What kind of surgery did she need? Yes, well, she needed surgery. It was really bad. So, what kind was it? Yes, well, no. You see, that is something... No, I can't tell you. So you could say with a happy smile, or so you say with a happy smile on your face, Mr. Director. See, here's the thing about how doctors aren't allowed to talk about patient stuff. It's in those TV shows too, right? You've seen them, right? Yes. I'm never going to get him to unzip those broken zipper teeth of his at this rate. There's gotta be something I can show to this old coot. What can I show him? What can I show him? So what do you know about this? Nope, that's not it. Here we go. So what do you know about this? I see this and my mind's blank and boring. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Attractive. Fine. Miss Eni is really cute in this picture. You'd agree, right? Yeah, sure. Wish I could see her again. Maybe the next time she has a big accident. Yes. I'll tell her for you. Yes, please. I'll be waiting for her. Yes, waiting. How about the sister? About this person. I feel like somewhere. I've seen her before. Wait, when she comes tomorrow for a consultation, I'm sure we can get reacquainted. I don't believe this. Alright, I actually don't remember what to do. Let's just present everything again. What's this? I'm a lawyer. Right now, I'm investigating a murder. Yes. What is with your angry face? Violence isn't the answer. Yes. The trial is tomorrow. I would really like some information from you. Is that right? Well, you know, I think I can let you in on a little secret. What's that? Yes. Actually, I'm not the real director. Are you kidding? Anyone with half a fly's brain knew that. What do you mean? Do I have to explain this to him? Well, hold on. I'll give you something. Real information, okay? And actually, this clinic's, see, I'm like this place's walking dictionpedia. You mean walking encyclopedia? Yeah, that. And our speciality is young, silky smooth hottie patients. There's nothing I don't know about them, but I get embarrassed talking about it. Yeah, how about you keep that kind of information to yourself? Ho. Anyway, you wanted to know about little Miss Eeny Miny, right? Little Miss Eeny Miny? That girl? I remember her especially well. Really, especially very well. Okay, then tell me. Please tell me what you know about Eeny Miny. Yes, I'll get to that. Trust me, I will. That girl, that's right. She was transferred here from the General Hospital. This was, yes, a year ago. She was one of those emergency cases. What was she ill with? Ill? Nah. She wasn't injured. She was injured, not ill. With my trained eye, I could see, I could see it was a huge wound, like at that. A huge injury? Her whole body was wrapped around in bandages and her arm was in a cast. That sounds pretty severe, alright. Yes, it was an accident. An accident. They're scary, yes. Cars, yes. Car? You mean it was a traffic accident? Yep, that's what gave her the terrible injuries. I swore it was in the papers, Yes, I looked it all up. I did, it was terrible. Yes. Dare I even ask what is wrong with this old guy? Just now, you mentioned something about a big operation. Are you talking about Miss Eny's operation? Yes, Miss Eny's. That was one heck of an accident. Yes, her whole face was burned like a bad toast. It was bad, very bad. Was it really that bad? It was a good thing that Miss Eny had a picture of herself. I heard that picture was how they put her face back together. Picture? That girl, see, she had just gotten her license. So she just happened to have a license photo on her. Yes. Oh. So, see, I got her picture, as a way to remember her. Yes, well, more like swiped. Breach of ethics? Oh, wait. What? A pretty girl like her? I bet she has a lot of pictures of herself. Sure. It's a treasure. My treasure. Precious. What happened to the actual license itself? Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. Probably got burned up along with the car. Yes. Good to know that Gollum is here now. So you looked up information on Eny's accident, correct? Yep, sure did. Yep, I read every paper that covered it at the time. What kind of accident was it? Do you remember? Yes, hold on, I'll go get it for you. The article, I mean. Huh? You have it? Well, don't get me wrong, I thought something like this might come up. So... obsessive to the max. But I bet I could learn about how to stay on a lead from this guy. Here we go. Yes. According to this, Miss Eny was in the passenger seat. The passenger seat? Huh? And dozing, or so it says. A strong jolt woke her up, and the next minute, a sea of fire was all around her. Miss Eny fought with the door, finally got it open, and somehow managed to get away. Anywho, you can read all the details in the article. Yes. A new clue. I should probably look this over. It's been half a year since Miss Eni had her surgery and got better. She was discharged sometime in December last year. It's already been half a year, huh? Yes, so how was I? I was a real help, wasn't I? Yes. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, well, then I'll be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Eni I said hi, okay? Yes. Time for me to leave too. Yes. Ack. Okay, it's definitely time to leave. Whew. What'd you think of that guy, guys? Crazy, huh? Hey, so how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. What's the matter? You ain't looking so well. Ah, yeah. So earlier, that old granny called the cops. Huh? The cops? Why would Morgan call the police? She said she had something to tell him. Things are sure getting interesting. But honestly, I'll tell you, that granny sure got her bloomers in a knot. Well, I guess you could put it that way. It always starts out small, you know? Stealing that master seat and controlling the village folk, and now you see what it's turned into? A murder, that's what. Yeah, what a mess. Hey, hold on. What? That stuff you were just talking about, that's the first I've heard of it. Heh, really? Well, it's old news to everyone else in the world. Well, excuse me for not keeping up with the gossip while I'm busy saving people. You said something about stealing the master's seat? Yep. Right now, the master is this medium named Misty Fey, but the one that was really supposed to be the master was that old granny. Morgan was supposed to become the master? Huh. Do you know where Eni is, Lotta? Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. She's hanging out around the garden in the middle. Oh, thanks. You got something to ask her? Yeah, I've got a whole list of things only she can clear up for me. So I hear the master has always been the oldest daughter. The eldest daughter? Turns out that old bat is Misty Fey's older sister. Oh. They say the older sister is usually the one with more spiritual power. Come on, come to think of it, Maya said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers lightly. Well, anyway, somehow Granny there lost to her younger sister Misty. I see. This made the townsfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sorts of things too, like she's the oldest and yet she doesn't have the power to be the next master. Disgraceful. Wow, I had no idea. So, what would have happened had Morgan been stronger? Maya's family would have been the Branch family, I reckon. Huh. Interesting. Oh, Eni. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. I think I have enough to finally unlock her secret. What's with that scary look on your face? Oh yeah, I haven't read it yet. Not this. Articles about the accident. Late last night, 2 women's car crashed into a highway center divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation had revealed that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Aw, you're sleepy? Alrighty, Mafia babe. I'll see you tomorrow, alright? See ya later. Have a good nap. I'll let you know who the killer is. I was totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash and I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I was still half asleep, but I opened the right door and got out. I don't remember anything else. If Miss Eni Miney is to be believed, the one driving the car was her sister, Mimi Miney. Mimi Miney was the nurse at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic where 14 patients were accidentally overdosed to their death. Is this then just a mere coincidence? Nah. Alright, let's go. Traffic accident. Please tell me about the traffic accident. Huh? Whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Oh, yeah. So, that Dr. Gray guy made my sister fall asleep. And, that's all I have to say about that. Interesting. Eni just asked whose accident, which means She must know something about another person's accident. Alright, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me about a certain other person's accident? Huh? Another person's accident? Like, you got someone in mind? Yeah. How about yours? I want to ask you about your own car accident. Me? Yes. So, wow, like, how strange. I have, like, no idea what you're talking about. Can you, like, prove I was in, like, an accident? Yep. Would you take a look at this? It's a newspaper article from 1 year ago. It says, Miss Eenie Meenie holds interview about crash. Ah! You suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct? Wait, what now? That's not me. Huh? I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she's totally not me. My name, Eenie Meenie, is, like, pretty common. What in the world are you babbling about? Your sister's name, Mimi Meenie, is here, too. Like, totally, wow, what a scary coincidence. I'm totally getting, like, goosebumps. You think I'm going to let you get away with that? So, like, now what? Like, do you have something that totally says I was hospitalized? I do. Your ID. This is your proof. Like, what's that picture supposed to mean? I got this from the hospital where you were hospitalized at. Huh? So, there was a certain patient there. He's quite a fan. As a memento of your stay, he stole this. I have to say, this photo looks like you. That creepy fake director! Now are you ready to tell me about the accident? Like, wait a sec. Okay, so, like, I was in an accident, sure. But that's, like, totally not related to this murder. Actually, it is. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct? And? That woman who died, what do you suppose they mean? Do you suppose the woman who died in that accident could be... Me? I believe it was your sister, Mimi Meenie. Mimi! You were riding in your sister's car while she drove. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same. There we go. Yeah, I was riding in that car with my sister. We were, like, on our way home. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. And then it happened. At the time, I grabbed for my purse and escaped from the passenger side door. And your sister? I, like, couldn't do anything. The car was full of smoke. I couldn't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Dr. Gray. Did Dr. Gray really cause that accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills? Like, he was totally out to get my sister. He totally did that to, like, pay my sister back. I wonder. This does give Eenie a good reason to want to murder Dr. Gray. Ha ha ha, it seems simple, doesn't it? What do you mean? But it would be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible. What? I think you get the picture. I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it. Ha ha ha. Very suspicious thing to say, guys. Very sus, as they say. Looks like something's up. Stop! Stop! Leave my mother alone! Ow! Hey, hold on, okay, pal? I'm not gonna hurt. Pearl, dear, it is perfectly alright. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please, let me go too! No, you must stay here and protect the manor. But... Aw, don't make that face. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll show you something cool. Here, look. It's a real pistol. Detective, do not upset me further. Ah, sorry. Poor Gumshoe, being dragged off by the by the ear like that by Morgan. Ow. Mother! Whoops, not move. Mother, this has never happened before. Pearls. Mr. Nick, I have a really bad feeling that I can't shake. I think something really bad is going to happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick. Say something, Phoenix. Anything. Ugh, I'm terrible at this. Mr. Nick, what about Mystic Maya? She'll be all right. I think I've gathered enough evidence. Mystic Maya, she must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her. Yeah, but I can't just leave you here all alone either. I'll be fine. Please, Mystic Maya needs you by your side. Her stare is really piercing. Shiver. So who do you think, guys? Who do you think is the one that killed? Who is the murderer this time? Do you have a definite answer? You kept me waiting, Phoenix. Mia, so, how are the preparations? I think I have enough evidence and information now. I think. Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya is found guilty or innocent, it's a heavy weight to bear. You still think it's Eenie? You think it's Eenie, huh? If memory serves, Mia had a few psych locks of her own. Yeah, remember that? Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now. Sure, I welcome you to try. Mia, yes? Mia, you know something, don't you? About the real murderer, I mean. Ooh, 3 locks. Why do you think so? It's really trying at times to be able to see other people's secrets. It looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning. Yeah, a battle of wits against Mia. Gulp. There's still a whole slew of questions for you to answer before the trial tomorrow. You mean, like, how did the real murderer get into the room and kill Dr. Gray? Yes. Also, when did the murderer enter the channeling chamber? You guys were all standing around in front of the room after the channeling started, which means that the murderer must have gone into that room before the channeling. That's what I think in any case, but Maya's already said there wasn't anyone else in there. That's true, but if we can't figure out the murderer's movements, we're stuck like a beached whale. I never thought I'd see this day. They're actually asking me about spirit channeling. This case is all about spirit channeling, and I feel like I don't understand a thing about it. Well, that's only natural. After all, spirit channeling isn't exactly an everyday thing, is it? Yeah, I guess you're right. The power to change your physical appearance into the person you're calling was something our ancestor, Mystic Ami Faye, acquired. I've heard that name before. The Faye family was originally a family known for its service to the gods. When Mystic Ami was born, she was given a certain fate through her name. Because, you see, she was named after one of the Buddhas of Buddhism, Amitabha. Probably read that wrong. To this day, her soul is still sealed in the Karain secret urn. It usually sits in the Winding Way and has her name written on it. Yeah. Aw, come on, Phoenix. It's just a fairy tale. Are you saying that me being able to see you is just a fairy tale too? Yeah. I think it's just a fairy tale. Anyway, here we go. This is gonna be fun. The murderer. Phoenix, you think I'm hiding information about someone from you, isn't that right? Yes. Alright then, tell me who you think I'm protecting. You are protecting... Morgan Faye, of course. There is no one else that you would protect like this, Mia. Oh, well done. But, while the murder was being committed, my aunt was outside with everyone else, which means she already has an alibi. That's true. Show me some evidence that would cast suspicion onto my aunt. I don't really remember that much, to be honest. This maybe? I actually don't remember. Okay, it's the key. Yay! This key really is just the key evidence to everything in this case. My evidence is this black key. At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had possession of this key, and yet somehow it magically ended up in the incinerator in the center garden. You're right. There's only one person who could have done that while I was busy calling the police. The person taking care of Maya, Morgan. What's that look mean? Your argument is too flimsy. Huh? When did the key find its way into the incinerator? It could have happened long after the murder happened. Long after? Someone could have found the key somewhere and dumped it into the incinerator. But that prosecutor would use something this small to shred your case. You have something other than just a key to cast suspicion on Morgan. Maybe this? This is the other piece of evidence that points to Morgan as the culprit. I also found this in the garden incinerator. It's the same material as Maya's costume. Excuse me. Except for the splash of blood. But this piece may not even be from Maya's costume. But this is what Maya told me. While I was channeling, the key was sitting inside my sleeve, and both the key and this piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was part of Maya's costume. But when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. That just means someone changed her clothes. Change her clothes? But why? I don't know why. But there is only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. You did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yeah, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this for me, but I want to know, if my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder? How she did it, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, who or what did she need? Who did she need? I think she needed, someone else. Like her. Eeny Miny. She's the answer to the final question, which means that my aunt and Eeny Miny work in cahoots. Cahoots! Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. The person who would have to know a lot about Fay Manor and the village itself is to do this. But Morgan already has an alibi. Yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. We can assume that Eeny Miny is involved somehow. But we have one big problem on our hands. A problem? With what? We don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Eeny. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh? Then there is only one possibility. Huh? Think about it, Phoenix. Why would my aunt do something like this? And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because... Mother. She is the one who holds the key to this. Mother? Whose? Mine? Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Miss D. Fay. Mia and Maya's mother. Why would she bring her up now? Now then. Looks like we've gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief. We won't lose. Woo! Alright. Court battle time! We have our big suspect, Eeny. We have the cahoot person, Morgan. Let's see how it goes. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. And she whips everyone. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. Again. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Yeah? Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll leave you to your alone time. Phew, thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? I think that would be wise. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I am the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Gulp. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session that the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. This key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? Oh, I did it, Uru. I killed, who was killed again? There, I hope you're happy. Hellfire Skyrim. How you doing today? What's up? But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying, then, that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. But then, what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's Aunt Morgan Fey to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. You're doing fine. The face seems a bit off. Whose face? Whose face seems off? Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking? Ah! I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other side, to the other world, that is. The one in the photo. Oh, right. The face, the picture in the photo. The face in the photo. That is. Yes, that is. You, be quiet. Now, witness, something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in the possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order, order, order! Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Well, here we go. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Oh boy, but we gotta find a crack in the testimony. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. Just now, you said those two. Who are the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply cannot understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? So, you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she— Ooh! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I am ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fay. Ack. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed into the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. Hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, that is exactly what we should be— Eek! Be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Miney? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, Eenie Miney. I'm, researching, the parapsychology stuff at the, university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's, I guess most people call it occult stuff? Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. And I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Miney, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? I guess? If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. When the channeling started, I was, sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. It was, oh my god, totally my sister. I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. My sister, she, told me something, totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Do I totally, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. My sister, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie. She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Q. See if I can remember. A little later, my sister, happy. Oh. Alright, we will press. Like when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Was it because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to be totally a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think? 11 a.m.? Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I mean, what time was it when someone came into your room? Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. It's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. It was oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Miney? I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprised at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But, maybe if I was, someone who didn't know about, the occult, but, I knew all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? No. So, you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. There wasn't any reason for me to, think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? Always important. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm, like, totally cool with that. I wasn't, like, scared at all, and, like, her costume looked totally, like, normal. Oh, yeah, her costume looked normal, alright. Her costume with all the, blood on it. Let's see if we can do this one. Yes! That was a very well-spun line, Miss Eni. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well-constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. But, like, yeah, but I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order, Miss Miney. What is the meaning of this? Miss Miney, I'm thinking. Don't interrupt me. That. Beep. And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. You saw it, Captain Chips. The change in personality there. Like, the side room was, kinda dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? All right, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Once again, I don't remember, but I think it might be the later one. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better, she says with her whip at the ready. And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's no good. Can't find anything wrong. The judge believes the testimony, don't find a sort of hitch, so end the trial. Give it another shot. So let's try all of them, I guess. Really, because I thought it was pretty bright inside the room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay. I can't breathe. Let me out of here. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in? You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue. Actually, let me go back. The costume is purple, the blood blended right in. Let me look at this picture again. I kind of don't see blood on the purple bit. Let me do this one again. This is probably wrong, but I'm gonna do it one more time. Yeah. Damn it. Just for fun, let me do this too. Yeah, it's not this. Never mind, never mind. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew she, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi Spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, what do you mean? When? When you were going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd or the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. Really? Didn't see anyone, huh? Like, not even a certain kid? You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep, which means anyone walking through the area would have had to have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that? Grawr! But she had to get glue. I think she had the glue at the time. She was working on the vase. So, I think that's what's happening there. As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish? There is no way someone walking along the winding way could have noticed Pearl. This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke the urn? Yow! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Ah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Grr. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. Arrgh! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There's no way. Your lies end here. What do you mean? The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room, and I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? what's in her testimony? Help me, Mia. I may have overreacted on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? I just forgot where it is. Don't worry, you're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So, just this once, do you want me to help you out? Please, I need your help right now. Hold on. First, calm down, Phoenix. Good. That girl, she slipped up with her words. Her words? If she really was in the side room the entire time, then she just testified about something she shouldn't have any knowledge of. And what is that? The rest is for you to figure out on your own. Arg, okay, time to add another bluff to the pile. The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where's this contradiction? Alright, let me save one more time. Maybe in the testimony? Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. It's true at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to the police. So? Like, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple, Miss Miney. How did you know that fact? How? I can see that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the way of the Winding Way. Gwah! But look at the Manor Guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the Winding Way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a basis assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney, so now is the time to prove it. Now, then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Obviously, in the channeling chamber. Miss Miney was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order, order, order! That is... Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the channeling chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple, Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Where do you think, guys? Maybe... here? Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Miney. One so young as you shouldn't be saying... Shut it, Gramps. And you know exactly how old I am, or as if, rather. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. Those eyes! Look at the eyes! She has the same eyes as the person. They are sisters, I guess it would make sense. Help of this. Miss Miney, how were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! This tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Did say she was acting stupid. Only acting stupid. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproven. Lana disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Evidence. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the actual scene of the crime when the murder took place. Maybe this. Take a look at this clothing box. Hey Muyoko! W, you love this game. Me too, Muyoko. How you doing today? It's good to see ya. Hope all has been well in this new year. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. But this? What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole, about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order. So, what you are saying... But then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That is exactly what I am saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside the clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. You know this game has... try not to spoil things, by the way, Muyoko. Don't spoil, like, who's here and who's not here, if that's alright. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. I don't think that's this game. Maybe. Still don't spoil things, though. No one in chat, make sure not to spoil things. For the new peoples here. No, stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself. Correct. Alrighty, sounds good, Muyoko. But how have you been this year before? Or have you been this year, by the way? Are you enjoying 2024? It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Huff, huff. Got 3 new dresses. Hey, there you go. Now you're going to start the new year looking fresh, am I right? Stay fresh! Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. The accomplice was... Pearl Fay. No, I'm joking, it's Morgan. Grr, this person! If it wasn't someone from Karain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fay household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fay? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? Grr, grr. You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Gotta find the belt you can use with them. Ah! You will, Muyoko, I believe ya. You will. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. You have one, but it's a weird texture. Oh no. Don't like weird textures. and then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently toward the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Amaya Faye with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame for her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Bang. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... bang. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Click! Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Faye. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through, which is precisely why Miss Morgan Faye chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Well, we did it, guys. It's all over. Ha. Who was that laughing at a time like this? Ack! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely... Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act, what reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Well, where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive? I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. This maybe? Von Bench. Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix, right? Okay. Yes. Okay, this is the right answer after all. Oh, when you said clown lady, by the way, did you mean La to Heart? With her, big hair? Was she the clown person? Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. If I'm wrong, then then say nothing else. Say nothing else if I'm wrong. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain. So, please listen, okay? It's been over a half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have to wait this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence that he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. Persona! However, you see... Youch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Faye to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Tisk, tisk, so many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Yerk. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. Hee hee. See? Like, it's just as I, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Welp. Very well. I will now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Miney. Oh? Who did it? Who said it? Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia? Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray, and it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. Hang on. Let's do a safety save here. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? I am not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Aye! Avant Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec here. Whew. Crazy, huh, guys? Time to prove the old motive, eh? Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There is no way Eenie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation. Looking down on me, even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you, and let the whole world know of your defeat. She is a Von Karma. Can't fault them for their pride. Yes, perfect loss. We're gonna give her perfect loss with this, round. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion, and then we'll know who the real winner is. And here we go. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to the court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Miney, if you please. Okay, I totally don't get it. Think it'll do any good, but... Last year's accident. That was, last year, in May. Something really bad happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. You hate her airhead speech. I, like, woke up with cause of a jolt, and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. Like, can you, like, believe, like, it, but, like, I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk of the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Gwa! Those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Last year's accident. I'm going to save real quick. And I think it's the last one. Maybe this one. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, real hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened? Too many likes wasted. I know, right? Make sure to, like the video. I, like, woke up because there was a sea of flames around me. Try this one. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore. Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself. I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be more accurate, you know? If it's that article, then I've already got it. There's got to be some sort of secret slipping in this testimony. Yeah, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this. Alright. We'll just do everything then. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, like, that was in May too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was, like, May 2nd, and, like, our accident was, like, on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was, like, totally tired, so that's why. Duh. Duh. Like, something really bad happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was cause the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister Mimi Miney? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. The incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault. Which means as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, switching drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. But, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware that you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. She didn't have her license, huh? She didn't have a license at the time. Really? Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is the photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you know he was Ouch! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right? What the? That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Marnie did not have a driver's license. Ow! Cry, and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, glad you get it, but, even if I had my license, I, don't think my sis woulda, let me drive. Yow! Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Alright, controller. Why are you dying now during this game? Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been able to allowed to drive anyway? That's because... I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony, Miss Miney, if you please. How annoying. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. Because the likes is draining the batteries. It always is. Around that time, I was, really close to getting my license. My sis was, this totally big fan of cars and, really valued them. She, had just gotten this really shiny red sports car. She, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... Uh-oh. Does anyone know anything about cars in chat? Not really. Me neither. It was a new car? Yeah. She had, just gotten it. It was, from the UK. The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? And it was a really special model. She had just waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. Not that they'd ask anything about, how to install an alternator or something. You're as clueless as the Airhead's persona. Kinda none, but not really. She did say something interesting, though, from the UK thing. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes? Please have this witness amend what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then... That's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. Ain't the UK car's driver's side on the other side? Yep. I think so. I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. As for the heck of it. So, yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kinda goofy, isn't it? You! What do you know? The sleek shape, the purr of the engine, the way it touches through that, the raw transmission, the coupe on the IC? Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. So that's why she ended up in the passenger side. She got out of the right side. But what side was the right side, though? Miss Miney, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. but I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's is on the left side. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Ah! What do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side of the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah! Order in the court. Order. Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Enid said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney. That is what Enid said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. But if we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Enid or Mimi, who was really driving that night? I'm gonna say... yeah, Mimi was driving, because Enid supposedly didn't have her license. Or whatever. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Mimi Miney, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us all to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? That this witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... You're wrong, Captain Chips. The murderer is not Eenie Miney. Mimi Miney. That is your real name. Of all the foolish dribble, then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. Well, it knit Eenie Miney, I suppose? Yep. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site, that was the body of the real Eenie Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? The eyes don't lie. Nope. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died at that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible because Mimi Miney was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling had been conducted, so this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. What? Well, Miss Eenie, I mean, Miss Von Karma... Eek! Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. What? Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself, to become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this. But that's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse, a nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. But the timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Eni had been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all. Kind of a bittersweet ending here, huh? I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Eni choose to go with such a complicated plan, and why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear, the innocence of the defendant Maya Fay. This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Franziska von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Yow! Oh! Ah! And one more for good measure. Phoenix, hang in there. Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud. A sham. Then why not both fake her and his identity's death? She could make a new name in life. Well, she did. She tried to, but the doctor did the thing that he said. I don't know. I can't explain things well. Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. Woo! That is all. This court is adjourned. Congratulations, Maya. Sis! Aww. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box? That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. Aww. Poor Pearl's outfit. I know, right? There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fay who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Money with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. I better do this just in case I get it wrong. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... Why do you think, guys? Why would she randomly help? I think it's because... of Pearl. Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karain Village. And that person will be you, Maya. But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The Branch family, my aunt... No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearls. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Well, that's the end of Case 2, guys. We got 20 more minutes left. Let's start Episode 3. Turnabout Big Top. We'll just start it. Why not? Let's just start the case. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of flight. Whoa. The world's greatest magician. The one, the only... Maximilian Galactica! Oh, he is floating. Whoa. What? How'd he do that? This can only go poorly. No. December 26. Welcome back to Christmas time, guys. Or, I guess, after Christmas. Wow, that was like being in a dream. I haven't even caught my breath yet. That was amazing, wasn't it, Pearly? It was great. There was a dancing bear, and a tiger that jumped through a ring of fire, an elephant that rode a giant ball, not to mention that guy who flew through the air. Yeah, Max Galactica. He was absolutely fabulous. Huh? What? Max? Max Galactica, the world's greatest magician. A magician? No, a magician. Mr. Nick? Huh? What is it, Pearls? Does magic have anything to do with channeling spirits? I don't think it has anything to do with channeling. You don't know about magic, do you, Pearls? I'm sorry. I braved the winter cold and took Pearls to see the circus. It's been 6 months since that terrible incident in Karain Village, and it was during that trying time that I met Pearls. Thankfully, she seemed to be recovering from it and is returning to her normal self. Ah, it's time to go. You're right, we can't miss the last train. Pearls, you remembered the train? Of course I did, but I don't really understand what everyone means by express train. Well, Nick, see you later. I'll come by to help clean the office. It's gotta be spotless for the new year. Don't worry about it, really. You are going to visit Mr. Nick on New Year's? Maybe. I am glad you will get to spend your New Year's with your special someone. But Pearly, look, it's time to go. Happy New Year, Mr. Nick. Happy New Year. I really hope it will turn out that way. December 28th. Hooray. Well, today wraps it up for this year. Hope I can finish cleaning this place up in one day. Beep. Hello, this is the Wright & Co. office. Nick, it's so terrible! Ah, Maya, perfect timing. Things are terrible here too. Huh? The office is a terrible mess, and I have to clean it up. What are you talking about? My dirty office. What are you talking about? Listen, Nick, you have to turn on the TV. The TV? Now let's check in at the scene. Huh? What's happened? Thank you. We're here at the Very Big Circus. The Very Big Circus has become the center of a sensational murder. The scene has created quite a stir among the throngs of excited onlookers. The Very Big Circus? That's the circus we went to, right? They're saying that there was a murder. Yeah, they arrested him too. Arrested who? Max! They arrested Max Galactica! Maximilian Galactica? Fans call him Max. A popular magician who can fly through the sky at will. Maya said she was a huge fan of Max. Alright, Nick, I'll see you in 2 hours at the detention center. Huh? What? See you there. You've still got plenty of time to clean your office later. What? Beep. Well, here we go, guys. Here's our case. Here's our suspect, rather. What are they talking about? Why did they arrest Max? You're asking the wrong man on that one, Maya. Maybe he used his magical skills to deal death with a sleight of hand. Maximilian Galactica would never do such a thing. Fabulous! What the young lady just said was absolutely fabulous. What a clever girl. Such a fabulous understanding of events. What's with all this fabulous talk? Welcome to the visitor's room. It's Max! Nick, look, it's the real Maximilian Galactica! Alright, sweetie, pick a card. Any card. He called me sweetie. Swoon, Nick. Time's running out, sweetie. Pick a card. Any card. This one. Uh-huh. I thought you would pick that one, sweetie. The Ace of Hearts. Ah, he got it, Nick, look, he got it. What can I say, sweetie? You've stolen one of my most valued possessions. One of Maximilian Galactica's hearts. Max, swoon. Well, time to make this an absolutely fabulous time. Max, you should let Nick pick a card. Eek, I don't want to steal one of his hearts. And you are? Oh, how silly of me. You must be Sweetie's driver. Her driver? Whatever. Hurry up and pick a card. Any card. I want this one. So, Sweetie, let's be honest here. You came to this visitor's room to visit me, didn't you? Yes, I'm your biggest fan. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. Hey, what about my card? Think of it as a souvenir. Well, Nick, I think it's time to get to work. What's the matter, Nick? Why are you looking at that? Why are you looking at the ceiling? I was just thinking about what I should have for lunch. Sweetie, drop Porcupine Head over there. Shower me with your attention, okay? Oh, yes. Absolutely fabulous! Absolutely cringe-inducing. Max, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about yourself. Fabulous! I think we should get to know each other better too. Why don't you come sit next to me? There's a big piece of security glass between us. Oh, sweet Jeebus, what in the world? If only I could use magic, then I could make this wall disappear. What is this guy talking about? Anyways, lately you've become awfully famous, haven't you, Max? That's Maximilian to you, Porcupine Head. Get it straight. Jeez, people nowadays, they get their panties all in a bunch over nothing. Anyway, Maximilian, you won a very prestigious award recently, did you not? I did indeed. It was fabulous. I won the Magician's Grand Prix, held by the Association of International Magicians. It's an award that recognizes that I am the most fabuloso of fabulous world magicians. There was a trophy and a bust, and it was it was an amazing day. Wow, that's incredible. Isn't it? I'm certified I'll be the greatest magician in the world. I'm going to guess he didn't win a trophy for most modest magician. You are signed to an exclusive contract with the Very Big Circus, correct? That's the long and short of it. You sure do your research, sweetie. I'm impressed. You just can't watch a magician on TV, you know? Magic is so fabulous, you have to see it with your own eyes, sweetie. You're right. You're so right. However, the circus, it's a dinosaur, a thing of the past. Nowadays, no one even cares about what goes on there. Huh? What do you mean? That's why I signed the contract. That's why you signed the contract? Thanks to me, the Very Big Circus is fabulously popular. People come out in droves to catch a glimpse of the magic of Mex Galactica, or revive the dinosaur that is the circus. But to me, it was just another magic trick. Isn't it just wonderful, sweetie? Yes. I made all the old crusty circus performances obsolete. But I kinda like the circus performances. Maya looks a bit down. Tell me what happened at the Very Big Circus. Last night, the ringmaster was murdered. The ringmaster? You mean Russell Berry? Someone smashed him over the head, I hear. He was slumped over on the ground. Even though it was the middle of the night, the police presence was fabulous. The police questioned me at length. Question you about what? About everything. I was the last one to see the ringmaster before he was murdered. I saw him last evening in his room. So then why were you arrested? Arrested? Don't make an anthill into a mountain, sweetie. They just wanted to consult with me on matters, that's all. Nick, I don't think Max understands how serious this is. She's right. I think I should shock him back to reality. Before the murder, you went with the ringmaster. Uh-huh. What did you talk about? Things that aren't for your ears. Maya, would you please ask him? What do you talk about with the ringmaster, Max? It was nothing. Small talk, really. We were just having a chat about my salary. Salary? I am the one bringing in the crowds. I think that I should be compensated as such. You agree, don't you? Yes. That's all you talked about? Of course, it was a fabulous chat. Oh no. 3 locks right off the bat. Just fabulous. I mean, arg, now he's got me saying it. What's the matter, Nick? You look all bent and out of shape. Alright, let's do a little presenting of the attorney's badge. What is that badge? Is it used in a disappearing act? I'm not a magician, Max. I'm an attorney. An attorney? And why are you wasting your time talking to me? He isn't wasting his time. Max, you're... Okay, relax, sweetie. You're just a little over-anxious, I think. Whimper. Anyways, I've been curious about something for a while now. What's that? Why do you keep looking at me with such a sad look on your face, sweetie? Because you've been arrested for murder. Oh, don't be ignorant. They wouldn't arrest someone like me. Why is that? Obviously because I'm the famous Maximilian Galactica. So? I'm the very big star of the Very Big Circus. And that means I'm rich. I'm paid fabulous sums. Which means what? Max. Quit joking around. You've got to be pulling my magic wand. The police aren't really serious about all this, are they? They don't arrest people as a joke. Look at Max. He's crushed. Well, he needed to wake up and smell the coffee. This is serious business. Yes? Sir, you're a lawyer, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm an attorney. Please, help me. I didn't kill nobody. Didn't kill nobody? I may be more spoiled than a hog in a hamburger mud pit, but a killer? That's insane. I could never. Max? I swear, I just wanted to pay off my daddy's debt. He's back on the farm. Okay, I'll take your case. Really? Really? Thank you much. Y'all sure are nice folks. Max? Yes? What's your real name? It's Billy Bob Johns. What's the matter, Maya? He's really just a country bumpkin. Ahem. I must apologize for not being my absolutely fabulous self just now, sweetie. Huh? Mr. Attorney? Yes? A few minutes ago, you took one of my cards, didn't you? Now that he mentions it, I did take a card. It was the 10 of Hearts, right? What? How'd he got it right, again. What can I say? You too. You've stolen some of my most valued possessions. 10 of Maximilian Galactica's hearts. You sure do have a lot of hearts, don't you? I'm putting my faith in you, sweetie. Didn't just call me sweetie, did he? Alright, let's make this an absolutely fabulous case. Come on, Nick. Isn't this great? Yep, this is our case 3, guys. The circus. We're going to the circus. December 28th, very big circus entrance. We're here again. Yep, but this time we are here for work. It hasn't been that long since the crime, so the police are still on the scene. Let's find someone who might know something about what happened. Sounds like a plan. Bunch of people here. Lodging House Plaza. This seems to be the dorm where all the performers in the circus stay. Really? So we might run into that stoogey clown here, right? He's so kooky. Ah, it's you two. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. How is it you guys always seem to know when I'm working a crime scene, pal? Because you're always working, Detective. Well, I'd rather not be always working, but with crime you don't make your own hours. If I have to be at the circus anyway, I want to see the lion tamer and the tightrope. However, no matter where I go, the show is always the same. Dead body, stage left. Nick, he complained. That's a rarity. Let's get back to business now, okay? Excuse me. Do you know who will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow? Of course, it will be Miss Von Karma. She isn't gonna hit me with her whip again, is she? What do you have to worry about? You only have to see her in court. When she shows up at the precinct, the sound of that whip never ends, pal. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure Miss Von Karma's really interesting and all, but there's someone else I'd rather talk about. Like who? Like Mr. Edgeworth, of course. You know, Nick's true rival, Miles Edgeworth. What in the world happened after I went back home? Mr. Edgeworth? You haven't heard what happened to him? Nick won't tell me. Well, to be honest, I'm not at liberty to tell you either. Let's just say he's not around anymore. He's not around? Nick, what does he mean Mr. Edgeworth isn't around? Exactly what he said. He's not around. Edgeworth is gone. Don't say his name again, okay? Nick? Welp. BRB Muyoko. Alrighty. No problem. The ringmaster of the circus was murdered, wasn't he? Yep, last night around 10 p.m. He died outside in the cold. A pretty sad way to go out if you ask me, pal. It was rather cold. This is the scene of the crime, pal. The body was found right over there. Right about where you are standing now. Ah! Ho ho ho. Surprised you, didn't I? I'm not laughing. Excuse me, but do you mind telling me what happened to the victim? He was killed by a blow to the noggin, pal. Yeep. It's a pretty clear cut as far as murders go. He was discovered quickly. Did he die? Oh, Edgeworth? That's what they're saying. I don't know, though. They're not revealing too much, huh? But, there's just one thing that doesn't quite fit. There's always seems to be something that doesn't quite fit. What was the one thing that didn't quite fit? The thing you mentioned earlier. Footprints, pal. Footprints. Footprints? Look at this picture of the crime scene. What's this? The wooden box under the body? No clue, pal. Some forensics experts took it back and are examining it now. And what's so mysterious about the footprints? Whoa, calm down now. Take a look at the footprints in the picture. The victim's footprints are on the scene. That's right, pal. The problem is, the killer's footprints aren't there. Bingo. Where did the killer come from? And where did the killer run off to? Obviously, there is no way the killer committed this crime while flying. A flying culprit? That's when something just clicked in my head. But there's no way. Flying is impossible. That's right. Flying is impossible. Absolutely impossible. What's with the hollow laugh, pal? I meant nothing by it, pal. Better stated, it means I don't want to talk about it. Maybe I can get some info about Max out of him. Hey you, tell me about Max. Looks like Max is the most unpopular guy in the circus tent. You know what they say, a bad attitude follows you everywhere. He's a bit arrogant, but he didn't seem that bad. But just because someone has a bad attitude doesn't make them a criminal. It's not just his attitude, I've got proof, pal. Huh? He left something at the scene of the crime. One of his magician's trademarks. An incredibly well-made silk hat. Well, it does have a very classy, decorative elements. Max uses a cloak, a silk hat, and white roses as his signature symbols. Pretty mundane, aren't they? Who cares if they are mundane? At least they are easy to understand. Must have had a nerve. That's what he said. Who said? The eyewitness. Tell us about the eyewitness. Alright, we'll do this, and then that'll be it. So about the eyewitness. You know, I'm not going to tell you about that. That's the prosecution's trump card. Oh well. Oh, I just remembered. What? I forgot to mention that you two are barred from entering the lodging house. Why is that? Oh, no reason. Just something I remembered to tell you. It must be because that's where the eyewitness is. Let's check it out. Don't you dare, pal. And real quick, let's examine, this. This is the only place that the snow had been trounced upon. The murderer was sloppy, leaving all these prints all over. No. We're the ones who left the prints. Investigation can be a messy thing sometimes. What? I almost slipped and fell in the spot over there. The other detectives all got a good laugh when the prosecutor whipped me. Thank God there was all this snow around to bring down the swelling. It's great to know that the police aren't worried about preserving the evidence. Alright, I'm gonna pause it here, guys, and we will pick this up in 2 days. Thank you all for stopping by. Let's beat Case 3 as well. And yeah, more Digimon game and more Hogwarts Legacy tomorrow. Look forward to it, folks. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye!